Hey, folks, this is the Mike North 30 in 5 on 560WIND.com. Thursday, October 20th. How you like my snazzy shirt and my hat? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, and if you're doing the ladies and gentlemen game, I've said it 3 times, it's a shot game. Somebody's drunk already. I'm trying to cut down on it. But even the best of broadcasters, my friend, have a crutch that they lean on. Anyway, I'm hearing it's a celebration there in New York. The homeless, the people that don't work, the people that want to work, the people that might have money, they're all sitting there fighting for a cause. I have one of my favorite liberal friends in America, Corey Torf, who's on the other side saying, I'd like to go down there, but which one of the 39 messages are they not conveying? They need a leader down there. Now, I'm all for protesting, but here's what President Obama's doing wrong, Nancy Pelosi, CNN, and everybody else. They're pushing this. Now, I'm going to harken back to 1968 when Hubert Humphrey was running for president against Richard Nixon, who wasn't popular at all. Things got out of hand, and the silent majority sat at home and said, that's all right, Mr. President, you back those people. That's all right, not Mr. President, Hubert Humphrey, you back those people. And then everybody went out and voted against the Democratic Party. This thing, if it turns violent, they start going into people's neighborhoods, start wrecking beautiful cars and homes, have somewhat of a revolution, President Obama will lose by double digits. They got to know when to hold them. They got to know when to fold them. From what I've heard from President Obama, he doesn't know when to fold them. He will continue to try to ramrod his stuff in. He had plenty of opportunity to do all this his first 2 years in office. He didn't do it because basically he was trying to get the health care bill rammed through because it was so important to get that through. And the house market and the economic market wasn't important. It was about people's health first. Well, if you don't have a job, you don't have heat, you're going to get sick, okay? But first you got to get the jobs and the housing situation situated, and then you take care of health care. He did it the other way around. They're going to repeal health care. You watch and see what happens, and then what's he going to say? What's he going to run on? Okay, he'll still get 40% of the vote because those are the people, a lot of them, okay, who are disgruntled, but there's a lot of them, all you have to do is watch TV all night that want a handout, okay? I never got a handout. I could never get a handout. I would never want a handout. Here's what I'll say. They talk about the youth being disgruntled. I would ask everybody out there this. There's a lot of kids sitting in that park. The other day, there was a new Apple store opened in New York, okay? So you have a bunch of kids sitting in the park, and then you had a line all the way around to help the capitalist Apple Corporation and Steve Jobs, who was a capitalist and who made money and who overcharged people for his products, who also got people excited about the products where they'd stand in line 2 days before. Is he a bad guy for doing it? No, but I'm trying to figure out. There's youth that got money that are watching and buying the Apple products. And then there's the people without, which happens in this country. You have the haves and the have-nots sitting in the park. Which one would you rather be? The one over there or the one sitting in the park in squalor with some guy who stinks against you while he's fondling a woman who he's trying to basically seduce in the park? In 68, they had one thing in mind, stop the Vietnam War. Now they have 35 things in mind, which has brought together a confusing message. Now, if you folks aren't confused about that, maybe I'm just missing the point. Now, Herman Cain, I started to like this guy, but then he backs off of the electric fence thing. He said that he brought up on the Sunday shows that he would like to put a 20-foot fence up and make it electric. Well, the liberals are on his ass. How could you say that? I'm trying to say what's wrong with that. Here's what I want. I want a 40-foot fence. I want barbed wire, and then I want it electronic. And then I want signs all the way around the fence. If you touch this fence, you'll be electrocuted. I also want a fence in front of it. So anybody who jumps over the first fence, which isn't electric, jumps on the other fence, which is, and dies, you deserve what happened to you. Because if you've been given ample warning, you jump over a fence. It's like the person that goes into the lion's cage. It says, don't disturb the lions. Then you see a guy in a moat getting his arm chewed off. And then they tranquilize the lion. Why are you tranquilizing the lion? You had signs, you had a moat, you had bars. You know what? We keep the stupid from hurting themselves. Here's what I'll say. If we have signs and it's an electronic fence that shoots off flares, that's what I want. Okay? Bottom line. Now, in sports, we got NFL action coming up this week. We got a phone ringing right now. I'm trying to keep my focus. We got all sorts of stuff. We got the World Series, Texas and St. Louis. Are you kidding me? Things are rolling. Today's going to be beautiful. You've been listening to 30 and 5 on 560 WIND.com, and the phone just ended. I'm Mike North for the Village of Rosemont. From the 9th largest convention center to restaurants to theaters, sports venues, and hotels. 5 minutes from O'Hare, you got it all here. Rosemont, you can't miss it.